Hello, welcome to the Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob. Oh, I've got to start again, click the recording. Hello, welcome to the Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob. Welcome to Stream Street Day 178. And I'm joined by Mr. John Scrivens. Hi, John. How you doing?
I am not too bad. I feel
Oh,
croaky, but happy.
good, good. You made it home okay?
I did. It was quite an adventure. Three trains, and it was each of them were the last train home, so it was a little stressful. But now I've had some sleep. I feel fine.
Good. Well, I'm happy about that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Ziggy, what up? Thanks for being wonderful with the stats behind the scenes.
Oh, those
Hello,
were great.
everyone. Hello to Owen Jackson, Warmaster Mimer, Vangelis, what up? Cinderfall Gaming, Colonel Cabbage. So I actually haven't. Thank you to everyone on the Wargamer Patreon. Couldn't have done everything that we've ever done without you. So you guys are brilliant. And also a massive shout out to everyone on the podcast and who's watching live. Mimer, big up. Gitley, hi. Henry Steele, what up? Time to dim the lights a little. Am I croaky right now? What's
Yeah,
that?
you sound croaky than me, and I thought I sounded husky.
Yes. The day after an event is always a day normally where I just sit on my own and decompress. Mm. But
Is that a
that's
euphemism for eating frazzles, Rob?
just eating loads of Brussels. I'd like to thank all of the team members from yesterday who bought me a bunch of flowers, which was sweet as hell. It's the first time anyone's ever bought me a bunch of flowers, and I didn't really know how to respond to it, but I loved it. I want to say that. Also, want to shout out just right now everyone who helped with the event yesterday. That's you, John, Nick, intern Matt, obviously Dan. So this is all the staff. Big Goldfish for working the bar. Wallace, obviously everyone was brilliant, and the teams and the players and the viewers. So yesterday was good. But I'll do that later on in the review show. But today we're going to talk about the reveals. We get to talk about not the event and the Warhams. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was an also big shout out to Jimmy 1080 in the chat. Loads of love to you. Wait, you got a new doggo, Henry Steele. Please send me pictures of said doggo ASAP. I would appreciate that. Now, I haven't seen. You guys are already ruining it for me in the chat, so I've not looked at the reveals at all. So, John, can we jump straight into looking at them? I'm looking at the
Yeah, I've
Warhammer
got I've
community
got them.
article.
Yeah. Yep.
I've looked at
Make sure
nothing.
you click the videos doesn't autoplay because that'll be horrible for you.
Okay, I've got the audio turned down all the way for just in case. Okay, so Codex Necrons.
Yep.
Ooh, Nikos will be excited because we missed this all yesterday because we were live for the whole day. So
Yeah.
here's a codex worth waiting 60 million years for. Not funny. One of the first codexes to hit the shelves is Codex Necrons, and for the lore alone, it will be an unmissable read. It will not be because the lore team right now, in my opinion, for 40k are terrible. John, you have any thoughts on the recent 40k codexes, the narrative?
I feel like they're being a bit too safe. I think the polite way of putting it, how I would like to say it, and I will say it, is I think they're being cowards. It's that whole, here's a big change. Oh, no. So my good example for that is Gazgol and Ragnar. They kill them both, bring them both back. What's the point then?
Yeah,
There's no kind of threat there. And
I
that's just,
so one of the conversations I had last night was I've just never wanted to go back and watch Game of Thrones. Like when Game of Thrones was out, went back and watched several seasons like a load of time because I was like because that bold like killing off characters and it was brilliant, right? But
it
now
meant something.
when you don't care, you don't care. So like if there's like there needs to be risk for you to
Yes.
feel emotionally invested. That's my thoughts anyway. The flayed ones are epic. Okay, so
Mm.
let's look at the Necron book cover. Okay,
I love the new art style they're going with.
do you? Because I do not. I
I,
preferred
I, I
8th
like
edition
it.
books.
Most of them were repurposed artwork from previous books as well for 8th edition.
Yeah, I'd
Some
also
7th edition
I like
codexes.
to mirror Jimmy 1080's view. The short story from Saga of the Beast was Marines surrounded, Orcs innumerable, Marines win. Cool short story. It was terrible. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, the final season killed the entire GOT fandom. There's one way they weren't cowardly. One greater demon, Shalaxi Hellbane, defeated the Inari's 3-year-long storyline in a few pages in Psychic Awakening. I did not know that. Did you know
That
that, John?
says a lot, right? No. Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
That says it all because no one's posted up about it, so I've not found out because I don't read any of it now.
Uh, yeah.
After 4 years of waiting to find out what happens after Gathering Storm, nothing's really progressed. So I'm just like, cool, whatever.
So you do like the art style. Now you're more of a designer and a graphic artist than me. What is it you like about the art style that you think is good about the new books?
I like the fact that it's not as polished looking. There's not this weird kind of
Weird.
League of Legends. Here's a character posed. It shows more units and stuff, and it feels more like an army shot. That's why
Okay.
I like it more, because that actually looks like the tone you'd expect of a Necron kind of army coming out and stuff, and having all the weird kind of effects and glows to it. It makes it look a little bit more to their theme, at least,
Okay.
rather than just here's one character and it's the new model that you can buy this time round. Cool, whatever.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't like the Necron ones. I don't dislike it. I'm just medium on it. It doesn't strike me. So what's new with the Necron's lore? Well, for starters, there's an ancestral ruler. The Silent King has returned from self-imposed exile. That's galaxy-shattering news. However, his reappearance has caused something of a crisis of faith among the dynasties, and not all have welcomed him back. Necron Civil War.
They won't
Nice.
do it. They're scared of change.
Then who? The Necrons or GW narrative writers?
GW.
Oh, okay. So they just tell you about rumblings, like there
Yeah.
might be a civil war, but there never
They've got
will be a
these.
civil war.
They always sow these seeds, don't they? So they've got something to play with eventually.
Okay. The new codex also expands the lore of the Sazeriki, the dynasty of the Silent King himself, and reveals the impact that their rise to prominence has had on the other Necron pharaohs and their dynasties. The book also showcases some stunning artwork that really helps to bring the Necrons to life, such as this incredible piece. That is cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
It looks like a scene from The Matrix.
So rather than it being another battle scene, they're starting to show us more in situ things, which I think is interesting. It's more world building sort of imagery, right?
Yeah, which is good. I like world building. I think world building makes it makes the world more real. And I'm very tired, and I'm very sorry that that's the sentence that came out my mouth. I understand that that's not the one. Oh. Necron artwork is stylistically similar to OBR. I like the sketchy style. It makes sense as well because they effectively have the same armies in both Age of Sigmar and 40k, intentionally so. So if you're an Eldar player, you are excited about collecting elves generally, or OBR, you move into Necrons. And I think also, they kind of understand maybe their armies more now than they ever have. So it's nice to see them developing that level of IP, right?
Yeah. Adding some extra new touches and flavour to them so that people can actually understand more behind them rather than being they're space robot zombie things.
Mm-hmm.
There's then some actual flavour and things that they can then push and develop themselves in their own paint schemes or their own dynasty designs. Something to make it their own as well.
They've started to show some rules. That's cool.
Yes.
So speaking
so
of
there's cool new changes.
Do we know how we say this properly? Sarakan. Speaking of the Sarakan, they'll be
I think so.
They'll be receiving their own dynastic code, Uncanny Artificers, which provides them with significant edge, or 3 to be precise, in battle. The codex even includes rules for creating your own dynastic code too. Da 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 da. Shaka Khan or Sarakan? Those are some other suggestions. When do we talk? I haven't seen Necron Bruce Forsyth. I'll see him in a minute. Each time a model with this code would lose a wound as a result of a mortal wound, roll a d6 on a 5+, that wound is not lost. So that's pretty situational, whatever. No, it's just each time a model with this wound would lose a wound as a result of a mortal wound. So it's far more situational. Yeah. So it's okay, but you don't generally... there's not a lot of mortal wounds in 40k. There's some, but not tons.
They're sneaking them in. So some weapons, like Eliminators, have got them. So they're starting to sneak in kind of rules where on a 6 it does mortal wounds in addition.
Is it the Sarah I've just worked it out. It's the Sarah Connor. It's Sarah Khan, like Sarah Connor Chronicles, because they're Terminators.
Yeah.
Sarah
That's
Connor,
what the research
come with
was.
me.
They watched all of the remake of Battlestar Galactica and the failed TV program, The Sarah Connor Chronicles, and that's how they based the entire army's narrative.
Was Sarah Connor even a failed TV franchise? Sarah Connor, come with me if you want to live.
One of the Terminators was the lady from Firefly.
Oh yeah, she's mega babe. Right, okay. So each time, the mortal wound things are meh. Yeah. Mexican Terminator. Did that sound Mexican? No, that's Austrian. Sarah Connor, come with me if you want to live.
Sure. Cool. Yeah. So they also get to reroll ones to wound when making attacks when they shoot or fight.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's actually a pretty good buff.
Yeah.
That's definitely not Mexican. And the Twitch chat clearly have never heard that. Listen, I go confidently from Austrian, Saracana, come with me if you want to live, to French. Pop, 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 pop. That's my French.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
And it looks like they're gaining a new type of rule as well called command protocol directives, which sound like canticles, the way that they get picked.
Yeah, okay. So when the protocol of the Undying Legions becomes active for your army, every unit in your army, excluding the dynastic agent and the Satan Shard, has this code. You can select both of that command protocol's directives instead of just one. Okay, so they get... Okay, so yeah, they've got it here. Protocol of the Conquering Tyrant. Add 3 inches to the range of this unit's aura abilities. Directive 2, this unit is eligible to shoot in a turn in which it fell back. So they've got basically canticles, mirroring the Mechanicum, right?
Yeah. And you can have them already where someone can have both of them.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Rob, you should only do accents. Thank you.
no,
That's what I need.
Please don't.
Listen, I do accents with the confidence of people who open up vape shops for a living. Yeah? That's what I do here.
You're trying to kill me, Rob.
Wild enthusiasm. Hey, fantastic guy. Jamaican Skagrot is also one of my favourites. I do him really well as well. Okay. Furthermore, they can be given an item of Cryptic Arcana for normal cost in power or points, representing the wondrously esoteric techno-magic of the ancient. They've been given an item of Cryptic Techno-Arcana for a normal cost in power or points.
Cost. Yeah.
So what, does that mean items are going to have points now?
By the sounds of it, they'll have a nominal cost to them. So instead of you paying a CP to gain lesser, because like good example in the Space Marines books, they've done it where you've got the main big relics, and then you've got the smaller sort of lower tier relics that you could then give out as well. But it's all CP based, isn't it, at the moment? So It looks like they're stepping away from that and adding it so that it's got a cost, which means that they can go, right, this one's too powerful. Rather than this one being a CP and this shit one being CP, this one will be now 20 points, and that one will be 5 because it's shit.
So they are going to give points to artifacts and relics.
Yeah, it seems that way. This is the first indication of it.
That's great. That's great.
It's flexibility, right? It's suddenly they can balance things a bit better because CP is not a good way to define the value of things, in my opinion.
That's really good. I really hope they put that in Age of Sigmar. That's excellent. That's really, really, really good. Like, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's backwards in design, though. I think there's you just like, this is as good as this is, right?
As long as they're adapting and adjusting those points when they seem not correct, which they seem to be at least doing better than they were
good.
5 years ago. So it's positive, right?
Okay, Necrons on Crusade. Skip that. And the picture of the Silent King. Oh!
With his big shields.
Fuck yeah. So wait, the big
cool.
shields go with him?
Yeah.
But then what counts as his base?
So they are separate. So those are the triarchal Minhir. So they are literally giant big stones. Like
are they drones?
They're stones. But I think they're like a shield thing for him, basically. They look like bodyguards. They've got 5 wounds each. So I think...
So he's got 16 wounds. He's only toughness 7. Oh, sad face. He's got... How many attacks? He's got 6 attacks? But obviously
6 to start, and it goes down.
Yeah, boo. And he's got a 3-up save.
But I like the way they've laid it out that you've just got each of the data profiles like that, so you don't have to go and look at a chart separate to figure out which ones are which.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But and then the tactical Menhir, men here.
Yeah.
The triarchal Menhir.
Yeah, Menhir.
That's the name of a bathhouse in Sutton, actually. Huh?
Obelix would carry. Those are Menhir, aren't they? They're the big just stones.
Yeah, but the triarchal Menhir is the name of a bathhouse in Sutton down the road. So that's why one of the rules.
They've obviously been there as well. That's when they had their team building exercise.
Yes.
Right, everyone go home and watch Battlestar Galactica.
No, they watched Sarah Chronicle Chronicles at the bathhouse afterwards. Do not bother visit Sutton bathhouses. Not today. Anyway, there's a pretty hefty stat line and no mistake. What's more, it's backed up with a whole swath of special rules, including aura abilities, blah, blah, blah. So it won't tell us that. we have a treat you to one full data sheet. Before we do, let's look at the models first. Meet the Ophidian Destroyers. We haven't seen those, have we? Are they new?
Yeah, so that looks like the old school wraiths, but with the new swords added to them.
Oh, they've got some sweet swords. And they're basically just half a Necron with a tail. Nick, you'll be able to frugal hammer the hell out of them. Just like you to know
That's
right
a pipe
now.
cleaner.
Huh?
It's a pipe cleaner.
So apparently there's a Necron Bruce Forsyth. The Twitch chat are ruining it for me. This is my reveal day. How dare you? But there's a Necron Bruce Forsyth, and Gitley, quite rightly so, because he's hilarious, has said, some say that Necron Bruce Forsyth will lead to a regeneration game.
Cuddly toy.
Cuddly toy! For the people listening from outside of the UK, the Generation game is a weird kind of game that your parents would make you watch on a Saturday evening to somehow make you think that winning a cuddly toy really justified them never paying your parents enough money to properly raise you. It's just an odd kind of like dark look into the life of a working class British lad. Okay, so the Ophidian Destroyers, 5 points. No, 5 power.
5 power. So
Who
that
cares?
could be however much, whatever.
However many points. You guys will get it.
That's about roughly 250 points-ish. Roughly about 250 points, I think.
Okay.
Is it? No.
All right.
50,
For what? For 3 of them?
100. 100. Yeah, because 50 powers, 1,000.
Okay.
I think. I get confused after a while. No, 125. There we go. There we go.
Cheers, lads. 14 dead souls. So then move 10. Pretty cool. And to be honest, without seeing everything, so this is the thing I'm interested in. Our new data sheets going to have more abilities on their data sheets as opposed to like built into stratagems. So they've got Haywire for destruction. Each time you make a model in this unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1. Hyperphase Reap Blades. Each time this model in this unit attacks with a Hyperphase Reap Blade and modified hit roll of 6 scores an additional hit. Each time this melee attack is made against this unit, subtract 1 from the attacks to hits roll. And then during deployment. So good. There's a lot more rules on the data sheet than we've seen previously.
And the ones that aren't are the things like Living Metal that are army-wide, apart from a few exceptions that won't have them.
Yeah. Cold Trap, thanks for subscribing, baby. So that's actually really, really good. And the reason I say that is because I think the best way of building the game from the ground up is you have your core rules and you have additional rules that are locked into data sheets. I think the additional codex stuff eventually becomes too much, and you just want to pick up. You basically want the core game to work, then you add a model, and you've added rules. You take the models away, you've taken those rules away, if that makes sense. So I actually am super, super happy about this.
And you can print that out on a card or have it up on your tablet, and you can refer to 99% of what you need to know about that unit is there.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so what's more, they're not the only new Necrons unit on the way. Take a look at the new Flayed ones, reimagining the glorious plastic. Okay.
So we've got plastic flayed ones, which is nice.
Okay. Oh, it's got a little zombie arm. He's just got an arm on his...
Yeah.
That's great.
Just attached.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Got to
cool.
hand it to them.
What's the story with the Flayed ones? They flay some people and then they stick it on them.
I think they're all, from what I remember, that's something along the lines of they're all a little bit loopy, and they kind of want to be as human as possible. Sort of
because
flesh
they got their,
so
they got their
put flesh on.
So they got their
It's
flesh
a disease,
stolen.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like a virus or something.
Oh, they have a mind virus. Ooh, okay. And so they just want to put skin back on their body like they used to have.
Yeah, they still think they are humanoid of some sort and got flesh and blood and all that.
Does no one know? The paint job
Just
doesn't do it
them.
justice. The model is great, and they're painted more fleshy and bloody. It'll be cool. Okay, all right. So everyone seems
blood for the blood god all over them. That'd be great.
There's a revised data sheet, and then they've got the new rule: Flesh Hunger. Each time a model of this unit makes a melee attack against an enemy non-vehicle unit, an unmodified hit roll of 6 scores an additional hit. Well, what a nothing burger rule, but okay. It's about time we showed you the aforementioned Chronomancer.
I wonder what he does.
Turns back time.
All right, share. I had that in my head as well. So
I'm gonna turn back time.
Do.
That's gonna be great. Look at that guy. He's actually super cool. Like super weird, but super cool, right?
He's got tesseracts.
Yeah, he's
cool.
Yeah. I quite like him. I like his little like magic ball. What's that about? That's rad. That's
I'm
rad.
liking the chin. The chin's good, right?
Oh, is this Bruce
very
Forsyth?
Egyptian.
Why is everyone saying this is Brucey?
It's the chin, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't really. I don't. I honestly can't. I honestly haven't looked at Bruce Forsyth enough to then see a model and think that looks like Bruce Forsyth, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think that it's nice they're adding that kind of Pharaoh style chin to some of the character models to make them stand out. It's that or a headdress, isn't it, normally?
Oh, what to
To
denote characters?
denote them, yeah.
Okay.
And the
But
one eye
so
thing.
right, so let me get this right. So their skin, so their bodies or their souls or whatever were put into robot bodies, and their flesh was turned to metal, right?
Yep.
And it's living metal. So then, like, can they just be like, "I'm going to grow a chin now," or do they stick
Dunno.
a chin on?
It's like Bender in Futurama magnetizing a beard on.
Yeah. Like, do they go to like the phone accessory shop, but like the Necron accessory shop, and they're like one especially long chin, please.
They use an angle grinder when they need to shave.
Yeah, like yeah, that's my question. Yeah, or is it more of like a sculpting living metal situation?
Or get a
Uh,
head upgrade. I need a new chassis.
yeah,
Please
yeah,
upgrade me.
yeah.
My head's
Like the
going in the
Fast and
shop.
Furious.
I won't be free
Yeah,
next Tuesday. I'm getting my hair done.
yeah. They're like it's Fast 8. Like family means everything plus giant chins. Maybe that's where we'll see the Fast and Furious franchise go into Warhammer 40,000. That would be fun. They've got a special rule in your command phase. In your command phase, hello hero phase.
There we go.
I like how all the 40k players are like, we're not playing Age of Sigmar. I'm like, yeah, you are.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
you are. In your command phase, you can select one friendly dynasty unit with a 9 inches model until the start of your next command phase. You can use reroll charge rolls made for that unit. You can reroll charge rolls made for that unit, and models in that unit have a 5-up invulnerable save. Why not lead with the 5-up invulnerable save? Like, what I hate is I think that giving a unit a 5-up invulnerable save is an afterthought. They're like, don't worry, lads, you can reroll charges, but also 5-up invo.
Maybe it was an afterthought to them. And maybe that's the order that they decided to give the rules to them, Rob. And that's as far as they got. At least they got the rule.
Okay, so there is going to be command abilities, is what we're seeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Does it say it's Chronomancer's Master Time to utilize Chronomancer in their best? So FC. It doesn't say that this is a command ability, if you've noticed. Like, in the little bump beforehand, they haven't been like, this is a command ability. And they've clearly deleted the bit that's like, cost 1 CP, or in, like, your hit command ability, or whatever it is. Yeah, baby.
Because they might not charge for them. Because it might be a case of, like, things like apothecaries, where you've got a time in the phase, in one of the phases, to do a specific thing. At the moment, it's awkwardly shoved at the end of your movement phase. So maybe all of that stuff's going to get kind of shoehorned into there.
Yep.
Things like litanies, as an example, because they don't cost you anything other than actually having to roll and decide.
And getting them done, and getting them all done, actually is quite an interesting change as well, because you do that before you do. Oh, it's a free ability. Holy heckamundo.
Yeah.
However, you do that ability before, this is really important, the movement phase, whereas normally, like 40k's always worked movement phase, then do any additional buffs and powers.
Which is nice. It means people have to think a little bit more about what they're going to move. So it's a bit of planning ahead. It's encouraging some, right?
And what I'm enjoying so far about this preview is so Necron focused. Like, I don't have to keep hearing about Marines, so that's nice.
Oh, you just wait, Rob.
No, don't ruin it for me. Wait, there's Marines in this. Oh, no, there can't be anything new because we've seen too many Marines now. So thankfully, it'll just be the Codex stuff, right? Okay, good.
A precursor for you, Rob. I bought 3 land speeders last week. You know my luck with buying models. That's what I'm going to say.
I don't know what that means, but there can't be any more. There can't be any more Marines, is what you're saying. Okay.
Well,
they've changed the rules.
And then we got buggies.
They've changed the rules, is what you're saying. Okay. So the Psychomancer is awesome. I love this guy. What's this guy doing?
He's playing Tetris.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a skull bit of Tetris.
Is he a wizard?
Well,
is he
a
wizard?
Mancer.
Yeah, Nightbringer is Nightmare Shroud with enemy unit. Oh, no, he's got an aura. Oh, maybe they're going to add like loads of like lieutenant level characters in. Yeah, who are just like...
You don't have to castle. You can have the little characters doing the little tasks in different places, right?
He's sweet. I really like him. He's cool. He's a cool looking model. But I also feel like all of these models you can literally build out of anything. So if he's 30 quid, I just would never buy him, and I just stick a stick. I'd cut the bottom half off a Necron, put a stick on him, and be like, "That's my Psychomancer dude." While this enemy unit is within 6 instance models, subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic models in that unit, and subtract 1 from combat attrition tests taken for that unit. What the hell?
So that might make a slight difference.
No one cares. Terrible.
Not against Marines, which is what they'll be playing against.
Okay, next up, 2:20 p.m. Okay, so Necron stuff, generally happy. Really happy about points for items. Cool looking models. Still need an update if anyone's listening to this to let me know about chin attachments for Necrons. Cool looking models and datasheet improvements. So really happy about all of that.
Yeah.
Really happy. 10 points for Games Workshop from me so far in my review. So next up, Codex Space Marines. Okay. You can't solve all of our problems by making more Primaris Marines, says a Marine. And then the hell I can't says call, and he presses the Primaris button, which is like that Stormcast one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Only shit.
Rehashing the joke, right?
Oh, wait, so there's some new Blade Guard dudes.
Well, there's a multi-part for them.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense that that's coming out. What's that? Oh my god, another fucking tank. It's the same as all the other tanks. It's just another fly. Oh my god. Why? Why? Oh my god,
It's not a tank, Rob. It's a speeder.
The 3 of them look hilarious. They look like a Dragon Zord. You know, like in the cockpit when the Power Rangers like made the Megazord and they were all just like in various places. That's what it looks like. Looks great. Yeah. Okay, another. Oh my god, they. You might as well just like directly attach. Like you might as well just give 4 pints of blood to Games Workshop per month if you're a Marine player, right? Yeah, it's. Yeah. That it's a good point out from everyone. The guy at the back who's got his head between 2 missile launchers is having the worst time. He's like, "Shut up." Have you seen that one at the back, John?
Yeah, there's memes already.
Did you buy this?
Full of it.
The Storm Speeder?
I bought the old land speeders. That's what I was trying to get at, Rob.
You are an idiot.
Well, you know what happened with me and my Orc buggies. I lovingly kit bashed 3 of them out of Defcopters, which are not the cheapest of models to source. And then within 6 months, boom.
No, I'm watching the video right now. I just think rehashing the joke is boring, to be honest.
Yeah.
And also they again, I'm being quite serious about this. I think what they're doing is making jokes about the narrative, and as you guys know, I love a good joke, and it's all having a bit of fun. But I also think that they don't take that IP seriously. So in in this bump bit of text, they say some bollocks, so like super serious, blah blah blah, yeah. And then they deliver it in some sort of like funny fashion, which is kind of okay from a marketing perspective. But in no way now am I anyway impressed. Like my first gut reaction to that flyer is another vehicle. Like I don't give a shit about it at all. I don't see like a design spec. I don't see like the laborious kind of like machinations of design. And I don't mean from the rules writers. I mean from like Call or some sort of like there's no emotive. We've talked about this I've talked about this on the show before. I feel that they really are struggling with understanding like emotive advertising at this point, because my first reaction is like, cool, it's a vehicle. Like, why do I give a shit? Like, that's it. And then some more intercessors with some swords. Yeah?
Yeah.
Assault intercessors. We've seen them before, right? So that's fine.
Yeah. So there's the multi-pot assault intercessors.
And some guys with heavy bolters. Are those just
heavy intercessors, which are Gravis intercessors?
Aren't they the eradicators but with heavy bolters?
They're not. These are a troop choice.
What?
Yeah. The article later on says that they're troops, and there's a captain with a heavy bolt rifle in Gravis armor. So that's the second unnamed character in Gravis armor, because until now it was only the Dark Imperium Gravis guy with the little gauntlet and the sword. That was it for Gravis.
So you're going to have a troop choice with heavy bolters that are toughness 5 and 3 wounds apiece.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they invalidated. So they invalidated Marines.
Yeah.
Then they invalidated intercessors. And now we're here.
And they've got 3 different loadouts of guns. They can either have there's an executor bolt rifle or an executor heavy bolter, and they're each different.
Mate, they are literally taking you to the fucking hell. Like, you ever hear about them stories where it's like, don't meet up with a Tinder date because like you'll go back to the hotel room and then like a bunch of her mates will beat you up and nick your wallet. This Games Workshop at this point, in my opinion, like you're like would like to play Marines, and they're like, just come into this back room, no problem, we'll sort you out, and you just get duffed up and all your money gets taken.
There is one little change on the data sheet that's important, I think.
Oh, in the heavy intercessor squad.
Yeah, so in the keywords after infantry,
They've got
there is
3
something
wounds.
called core.
They've got 3 wounds.
They're basically custodies at this point.
Why would you take regular intercessors? They're also
So
toughness
these are going
5.
to cost more by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but these are toughness 5. Amazing. So what am I looking
They're slower.
for?
So it's core. It says infantry and then core.
Core? Where's it say that?
Exactly. God knows, but
Core.
they make no mention of it. So it's like, here you go.
Okay. Wow. I mean, they look great. Just obviously, like, update. I mean, if you played regular intercessors and told me that they were these guys, I could never tell the difference. I'd like you to know that. Like, not in a billion years.
Or devastators using the heavy bolters.
Huh?
Or just devastators with heavy bolters.
Yeah, I'd just be like, they'd be like, I'm using the heavy bolter now. I'm like, just whatever.
Cool.
So wait, there's an executor bolt rifle. There's an executor heavy bolt rifle that damaged 3. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's the heavy bolter. So they are heavy, so they are going to be -1 as they move because they're infantry. That's the only saving grace, that they're not necessarily quite as crazy.
So a heavy bolter is damage 2, but it's heavy 3 shots. Wow. Hellstorm bolt rifle, assault 3. They're 36-inch range as well. For every 5 monster unit, 1 heavy intercessor's bolt rifle can replace with 1 heavy bolter, 1 heavy intercessor's heavy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
So basically, you have the 3 normal weapons, and then you can have 1 extra of the special weapon. So they're kind of, this is starting to replace the Devastator squads.
All I can say right now is if you're a
right?
Stormcast Eternals player, you should get ready to get mugged off next year. You're gonna be like, these are Liberator Plus and like you can tell everyone at Games Workshop is like an iPhone user. They're like iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Plus, iPhone 11 Plus S. They're like Marine, the Marine Intercessor in melee. Now this guy. Oh
so
God.
heavy. We're going to have the light intercessor squad next year. they'll just have wings, Rob. They're that light they float.
Oh, I honestly, at this point, I really don't give a shit about Marines. I'm like, cool, another slightly different Marine with a slightly different gun. Give a shit. Do you know what I mean?
There'll be one loadout that we'll see, and that'll be it.
Yeah, but there's a cool that land speed is kind of fun, but whatever. Like, I was just seeing those two. Note the typo on the sheet. They're using prototype weapon names. The weapon substitutions don't work. Oh, interesting. That is interesting. Multi-melter, not multi-melter. Then there's this guy, Gravis Armored Space Marine. Check out the multi-part kit for the melter-toting Eradicators. Don't care.
So they've basically got a multi-melter. So they've got the option to have a different weapon as well, which is heavy. Because the current one, the reason why it's so popular is it's assault. So you can just move them freely around without any penalties.
Okay. And at least the heavy intercessors give you a cheap way to convert multi-melter Eradicators. Well done, sorry again. Congratulations, everyone. And there's a multi-part assault intercessors kit, so you can put a thunder hammer on an intercessor. Sweet.
Because currently the only way to get the Primaris version of each of those is the upgrade sprues for specific chapters, and they've got chapter symbols and stuff on them. So it's nice to actually have the upgrades available in a kit where you can have more than just a thunder hammer with salamander's crap on it.
Yeah, they are pumping out these vehicles, aren't they? Like, it's just crazy. Storm speed, and also it's like, how many units do you need there to be in Marines? Like, how many? It's just like, so what have I got now? Like, have I got intercessors, heavy intercessors, regular Marines that I could use?
Assault intercessors.
Assault intercessors. Scouts?
Scouts are still there, yep.
Phobos Marines?
Yes, you got incursors and infiltrators. You've got Eradicators, Eliminators, Hellblasters. It's just there's a lot of names.
Oh, 98 Diadrin. Big love to you. Thanks very much. Um, okay, all right. So looking at the Storm Speeder, Hail Strike, or Hammer Strike, whatever,
Yep.
bro. Look,
So
it actually looks quite cool. Actually,
that's the one I'm kind of most tempted by.
I'm kind of warming up to it. It looks like the Assault Ram. If you ever got the Assault Ram from Forge World, love that vehicle. Looks awesome. So that's quite fun. It is quite cool.
So the design aesthetics of this, if you look at the old pre-third edition land speeders, the ones that came out in a massive metal blob that would just kill anything, it's a bit more of a throwback to that.
Okay. All right.
Kind
And
of the shape of it.
then it's got its rules, which honestly I don't give a shit about, because it's either absolutely OP or it's not. Oh my god, there's this version, the Storm Speeder Thunderstrike.
On the datasheet though, Rob, it adds Ravenwing here.
No, it doesn't say that.
It does. It says it in the abilities Ravenwing, if you're Dark Angels.
Oh, is that important to you? Tell me why.
Because now you buy Codex Space Marines, and if you're playing as them, as Dark Angels, you don't have to check whether there's an FAQ saying this new unit is this, but they announce that weeks and weeks later. By that point, you've got on board with the concept of buying the thing. So it's a lot more kind of straightforward now.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's got little missiles. It's got little missiles underneath the wings. I quite like these actually. I quite like the fly land speeders. They're fun.
There's 3 different data sheets, Rob. So you could have 3 units of them.
Do you come in units of 1, or can you have more than 1?
It doesn't state, but the fact they have a name thing, so it's Hammer Strike for this one, means that you could have the rule of 3 on that, and then rule of 3 on the other 2.
Well, they did put that rule in because they broke the game, and now they have to work out how they can change it up so that they can like sell you more kits. So you can run 9 of these. That's fun. That would look cool as well. That'd be like G Police if anyone played that on PlayStation 1.
Thing.
Huh?
Yeah. It feels like what Ravenwing would do, or an army that would want to be fast moving.
Yeah. And what's its stats? Toughness 6 with 10 wounds and a 3-up save.
So it is a land speeder.
Okay. Then next in line, oh my god, we've covered the first 2 codexes. Instead, there's plenty more to come. Okay, so there's obviously Marines, so there'll be some non-Marine books. Very excited to see. So I'm just watching the video, John. Hold on.
Yeah, I've just started as well.
The Angels of Baal. So Blood Angels, they're already coming out because Space Marines are coming out. So same thing. They're fine.
Yeah, so this is their supplement. So this is now supplement rather than it being its own book.
So wait, I have to get the Marine book and the Blood Angel supplement.
So currently, if you're one of the 4 first founding, you're stuck having your own book, which then meant when they update the Space Marines every 5 minutes, you had an FAQ or they'd do Psychic Awakening.
Okay. All right, sweet.
Nurgle Terrain.
Wait, Nurgle? Yes, Death Guard. All right, baby.
And they've got some terrain.
Oh, there's a terrain! Oh, the feculent Gnarlmore, but now it's a little chimney.
Yeah.
That's great.
So the Blood Angels, it shows Death Company Assault Intercessors, which hasn't been confirmed until this video, which is kind of cool.
What, for Marines?
Yes, so Death Company, but Assault Intercessors rather than just Death Company Intercessors.
This is how I feel about every time you say anything about Marines now. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I know.
But the little Nurgle tree is way cool. That's way cool. What's that going to do? Probably nothing. And there's a little other pot next to it as well.
Yeah,
hilarious.
2 little stacks. And then if you scroll down, Rob, there's a new character.
Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at him now in the video. There's a dude with a... so I'll look at that in a minute. And then, more Marines. So a Space Wolf supplement. Maybe imagine playing Space Wolves like in an edition where they're actually competent and viable. That'd be new.
They're quite scary now.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Objective secure on them at the moment because
they FAQ'd it. No, they FAQ'd it away. Suffering out an alien to live. Death Watch. Don't care about Death Watch at all until they make them bigger because they're too little. That's what I'm gonna say. Are they all little fellas still? Lol.
They have all the Primara stuff, and because they're now getting a supplement, that might show that they're getting more of it as well.
Wait, in fact, we can confirm that there are 4 more books planned for this year alone. So there's going to be 8 codexes for 40k this year.
No, those are the 4.
Oh. Oh, okay. All
So
right.
3 supplements and Death Guard.
Uh,
But specifically, the one first founding chapter that's not listed is the Dark Angels, which they then say will be the first. It'll be along with the first Xenos Codex of 2021,
okay. But there's
which
a
makes
cool.
me feel there's more to that release than if it's not just throwing a book out.
That's just because you want there to be more to the release.
I know, but why would they not just release it with these lot?
I don't know. Okay, all right. So there's this character dude for Death Guard, which is pretty cool. I like him. He looks fun. Good job, him. A power fist and a plague spear.
He's literally got a piss bag attached to him. It's quite strange.
It's not that. It's his intestines have like extended, right? That's what's going on there.
Or is it his stomach? I don't know.
Yeah, it's his stomach that's piled out.
It's gross. I love how gross it is.
You're dealing with Death Guard. Could be 2 codexes a month. Yeah, baby. Got to get that money out. Dark Angels fans won't have to wait much longer for your codex supplement. Whatever. Right, Forge World updates. As a Death Guard player, I'm fairly excited about that little dude. And there being a Death Guard book. But we already heard that was coming out. So
yeah. Because they're kind of limited on their character options at the moment.
Forge World updates, John.
Yep.
They've shown a picture
of this book.
Unleash devastating machines of war. Oh my god. Squigoth, yes. 191 data sheets. Okay, is it going to... Come on, I'll lose my shit. No, that's Eldar. No, that's Atreus. No, I'm looking for the Mechanicum 30k stuff. Updates for the Death Corps of Krieg. No, don't care. Rules for your Titan Legions. Still don't care.
No mention of Mechanicum.
Oh my god, they're so fucking thick. They're so stupid.
In 7th edition, there was this whole thing.
I don't know how
don't worry, you're going to get them.
I don't understand how you could be so dumb to have an entire range of models that would be like immediately like bought by everyone because they look great. And they've just done a Mechanicum wave as well. So there's loads of guys with Mechanicum armies who are like, I want to add more Mechanicum stuff, right? There's less data sheets than there are Forge World data sheets right now as well. So they're getting rid of some stuff. That's just... And Death Corps of Krieg. Why are they giving Death Corps of Krieg... Like, they're old as balls. Oh, God. That has been I'm giving this reveal like a 2 out of 10. Literally nothing was good. No, that's not true. There's been some cool structural changes to the game. So rules on data sheets, excellent. Points for artifacts, really great news. Don't care about the Marines at all. I literally am now an anti-Marine person. That's what I want you to know, John. I'm now...
Orc War Boss on a bike is coming back, though, Rob. That's the one thing this article says, and that's all I care about.
Does it?
Yeah. Underneath the picture of the Death Corps of Krieg, it says Orc War Boss on a bike's coming back.
Okay, well, that's kind of exciting because
That's
I painted one. Unless they do one. So how do you feel about it all, John? Twitch chat, I would like your review, please.
Apart from the Forge World book, everything else had either been leaked or was implicitly what we were all expecting. So it's cool, whatever. Me being upset that it's more Marines isn't going to change anything. That's the thing I've come to terms with. It's like it's going to happen. It's the certainty. It's like the sun's going to set. There's going to be new Space Marines and new Stormcast every two years minimum. Just roll with it. If I don't like it, I'll go play something else.
I'm not bothered. They just take up so much They just take so much of the time. Like it's just the worst. Like, you know.
And it is obviously because they know that they sell, and that hurts a little bit because they only sell because there's so much of them. And if there was more of the other stuff, that might sell better.
Yeah.
If it wasn't
whatever.
a 25.
I don't even want to have the conversation. I'm just like, whatever. I just want him to. I'm tired today, so I'm just like, screw those guys. They're in a bin. But like, there's some cool structural changes to 40k, which I think is excellent. So more rules in the data sheets. Having a hero phase is also great as well, so that there's less like when do you do the buff phase, if that's sorted out, which is good. And
core, whatever that means. Is that the core of your army? Does that mean they're going to do something like having a core and a vanguard or something like that? Some sort of other mode of playing is what that kind of leans into me thinking.
Maybe core will be objective secured.
That makes some sense, because at the moment you have to just constantly refer to, they've each got their own name for objective secured in each of the codexes.
Yeah, but the Necron stuff, 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
Cool, right?
I'm all about
I'm excited
it. Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, 40k
it's
battle
not an
line.
army for me, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, core is Codex compliant Marines. Says yes, meatballs. That's interesting. Yeah, the core thing is a nice mystery, which they like throwing out there, don't they? But there's definitely core is not rule of 3. Ooh, that'd be interesting. But already it doesn't. Troop choice is already not. Troop choice is not bothered by the rule of 3.
They're not.
So maybe that's it. Maybe you can take as
There's
many core as you want. Everyone else in the chat is core will be crusade mode only. I have no basis for this. Yes, fantastic. I'm back. What's occurring? Nothing. Give us a review. I'm excited as a Blood Angels player. That was due to my interim release saying sales have been good recently and the dividend was getting paid. Yeah. Not surprised, more Marines. I'm done with Marines too, says Mima. Necron's some interesting, but until we see finalised rules like reanimation protocols, I'm not holding my breath. That's true. That's true. Justice for Nagash. I agree completely that. The flayed ones are the best new models, in my opinion. Okay, well, loads to unpack there. The problem is, it's just more stuff that we don't know how it really integrates into the game. So it's just stuff. Like,
and I'm worried that the stuff we've seen so far of the Marines, where they're getting extra damage, extra wounds, until everyone else gets something to kind of catch up, there's just going to be this situation where we see a lot of Marines still because they're just that much better.
Yeah, they're 3 wound. They're 3 wound troop choices. Toughness 5. Toughness 5, 3 wound troop choices.
They should be okay, but I have a funny feeling they're going to be that little bit too cheap.
Wow. 3 wound, toughness 5. Infantry troop choices is bonkers. Will we see how much gets purged from Forge books if they get legends? Yeah. All right, well, John, it's been lovely talking to you.
Go get some chill. Go do some fun
I'm going to do some show. No, I've got work to do, bud. But we'll see you guys later. Also, no app news. Maybe they thought a list builder was a catalogue of tradespeople and they had a scramble to correct it. This Marine shit is basically just cosmetics from computer games. They reskin Marines, don't add much to the game. I agree. They're not adding any different roles into the game, which is just rubbish. Scriv is right. Metal will be whatever has new books. I agree with Gitley as well. Scriv,
unless the Necron book is that little underwhelming, but I have a funny feeling they're not going to do that again.
And Scriv, drop your Ko-Fi link into the chat. Darjin wants it. Right, anyway, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Jimmy, thanks for supporting the show yesterday, by the way, on the TSN. That was great love. And I love all you guys for supporting The Honest Wargamer or the TSN or everything that we do, both on Patreon and here on Twitch. See you guys tomorrow. Podcast, guys. Sorry the podcast has been a bit scatty, but hopefully it'll be a bit more...
I'm uploading them all this afternoon, so it should get done.
It should all be sorted out and back on. You guys are wonderful. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.